Welcome to this lesson on an introduction to learning design, foundations and definitions. The purpose of this lesson is to give you some foundational terminology and concepts related to the field of learning and instructional design. Throughout the coming course, you'll be encouraged to investigate and use these terms and concepts in much greater detail, but for now, it's important to wrap your head around some basic ideas so you can get started in the course successfully. So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to define learning design and give examples of key terms related to learning design. There are many definitions of learning design that you may encounter on the internet. To design is to plan and create something, and when we talk about learning design, we are talking about how we plan and create things that help people learn. We use a learning design process to make things like textbooks, lessons, PowerPoints, course websites, games, and so on. And if we use a good process, these learning objects will help our audience effectively and efficiently learn how we hope they will learn. So when we talk about learning design, we need to think about several things. First, we think about how people learn. For example, we think about ideas like motivation, behaviorism, cognitivism, and constructivism. Next, we think about what we want our students to learn and what they want to learn. For example, we think about ideas like needs assessment, learning outcomes, learning goals, and learning competencies. We think about what messages, media, and methods are best suited to help our students learn these goals. For example, we think about ideas like curriculum, learning objects, interventions, and learning environments. We also think about how we know our students have met these learning goals. For example, we think about ideas like assessment and evaluation. And lastly, we think about how we improve our learning design over time. Example, our processes, our curriculum, our methods, and our media. So we might think about ideas like reflexivity. In education today, learning design is often connected to the field of educational technology. This is because learning designers select and work with many different types of technology and media to create learning objects best suited for their target audience. For example, depending on who learners are and how the curriculum is delivered, designers may choose to create websites, ebooks, games, interactive diagrams, videos, and so on. But it's important to note that learning design doesn't necessarily require such technologies. Traditional learning activities like readings, lectures, experiments, field trips, and so on are all important methods that designers use to support learning. Besides defining learning design, we've now encountered a number of other terms that you should begin to think about and use. These include motivation, behaviorism, cognitivism, constructivism, needs assessment, learning outcomes, competencies, curriculum, learning objects, interventions, learning environments, assessment, and reflexivity. We will focus on many of these terms in greater detail later in the course, but after this lesson, I'll encourage you to review the definitions of these terms using the course site's glossary and readings. As always, if you have any questions about this lesson or anything else in the course, please email me. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in future lessons.